What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about something a little bit spicy, even though there's awesome things happening around the Splinterverse right now. Obviously, we have Land coming in about a week. We have Rebellion coming out in less than a month, which is very exciting. And overall, I just got to say, this is going to be, a very interesting time for Splinterlands. So why, of all times, would I not want us to have a Binance listing? Now, if you saw my interview with Clayboy a couple weeks ago during the After Dark Fest, he mentioned that Coinbase is essentially out. They're going to charge too much money. It's going to be too difficult. So really, when it comes down to it, if we want like a top tier exchange, it will be Binance. And my spicy take today is that I don't want a Binance listing right now. What's funny, and I'm going to call myself out for this, is I put out a video over 2 years ago in October of 2021 titled similarly, right? But the reasons that I didn't want the Binance listing were different than from where they're at now. At this point in time, we've been through the brutal parts of a bear market. There is some light at the end of the tunnel, both with crypto as well as Splinterlands specifically, right? We are finally going to get Land in the near future. We're going to get a new set with Rebellion. It's going to rotate out all of the old cards, and the game will hopefully be taking a step forward in the right direction in terms of adding in new tactics and abilities and just fun things overall for the entire ecosystem. With crypto, we seem to be on the precipice of potentially a bull market. Now, I don't think it's going to happen right away, but the Bitcoin halving is in April of next year. And so that's, roughly 5 months or 6 months or so. And I'm looking at this and thinking to myself, well, maybe, just maybe, we are at the beginning of hopefully what will be another Bitcoin cycle or crypto cycle that follows the Bitcoin halving. So when it comes to Binance, there's a lot of focus on, exchange listings during a bull run, which I don't think that we are going to get that kind of attention here and now. The counter argument to this, and I'm going to try and strongman this side, is that if we are listed before the bull market, it makes it easier for people to come and onboard into the game, right? If they're able to buy on one of the top exchanges, Binance in this case, they'll, as soon as they hear about Splinterlands, they're going to go and try to figure out where they can buy some SPS, and boom, Binance has it. So it's got to be good. Let me go and buy some. Ease of use. A majority of the world uses Binance. I get that. And I understand that that's a benefit. But at this point in time, I don't think that it will be worthwhile for us to do it because we are so close to potentially launching this flywheel. And if we can start to get some momentum on our own through the launch of Land 1.5, through the launch of Rebellion, I think it would be more exciting for this to be a token that is doing well kind of in the background. People know about it, and then they get really excited about when it launches during a bull run. So both in 2017 as well as in 2021, we saw some craziness that would happen whenever a token was listed on one of the top exchanges, right? Now, obviously, some of the top exchanges are no longer here, right? Looking at you, FTX. But, Binance and Coinbase still tend to be at the top of the list. And Binance is probably number one in terms of overall users around the world. So at this point in time, is it beneficial for us to get the listing now when things are still a little bit shaky, when we're only at the beginning? Yeah, there could be some benefits, but I would much rather use kind of like the free PR that ends up happening whenever there is a, full raging bull run, 2020, late 2024, probably 2025, when people are looking just to see what tokens are going to be launched. Now, I know that this is going to lead to more pump and dump type activity, and that's generally what happens whenever there's a major token listing during a bull run. But I'll tell you this, I have a lot of confidence in the Splinterlands ecosystem and the Splinterlands team right now in terms of trying to get us to a better place of launching all of these different aspects between now, which is still, tenuous time, and we'll say like 18 months from now, 12 to 18 months from now. So what I mean by that is if we were to try and attract people right now, we're not quite there yet, right? We're on what we hope is, the border of greatness, right? The flywheel. But at this point in time, it's still, we still need to go through. We still need to eat through a lot of the extra DEC, a lot of the extra SPS. If, though, on our own, we can do that just because the team is continuing to drop products that the community here likes, Land 1.5, Rebellion, and then even Soulkeep early next year, we could start to grow this to a point where SPS starts to rise in value. And then once we actually get a token listing during a time period of a bull run, people will look and see, what tokens are being launched today. Again, this is what I talk about when I say free PR. They're just going to be like, what tokens is Binance launching today? I've heard about this SPS, Splinterlands. Let me go see what it's all about. That's when they come in, and we have a much more mature project with many different products that people can come in and play. Splinterlands card game, traditional card game, Land, and of course Soulkeep, and whatever else they might end up adding. Also, hopefully at that point, we will see on the sister side, right, the sister company side, GLX, and having a gameplay, some kind of gameplay there. Now, I know there's not as much overlap as there was before, but as the Hive ecosystem potentially grows out, even if somebody comes in and says, hey, SPS is getting listed, when they go in to do their research, they're going to see what else Splinterlands is associated with. And if they come to a channel like mine or just anywhere, on Hive and go to see what some of the top dApps are on Hive, they're going to see things like GLX or, Holozing or Golem Overlord, all these different types of projects. And hopefully over the next 12 to 18 months, each of these individual projects can continue to build out and offer a wide variety. That would make it even better, where you actually get people probably chasing ROI and trying to flip the token. But many of us did that in 2021 and decided to stick around because the community was actually fun. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. I know, I've still heard some people talking about, hey, what's happening with the, potential exchange listings, and it's kind of come up with the market making conversation that Claiborne has brought about recently, where it's just like, hey, what's going on with Binance? What's going on with Coinbase? Right? We set aside 30 million SPS. Well, at this point in time, I think I just want to leave it. See where we go from here, and then ultimately, once the bull is raging, that's when we want to strike when the iron is hot. So that's where my head is at right now. People may or may not agree, and I would love to hear those who disagree with me on that take, but that's just what I'm thinking. At this point in time, it just shouldn't be a focus for us. 30 million SPS is not going to buy us much right now. That's probably the other aspect of this. It's not going to buy us much right now. And if we can get SPS to do a couple of multiples, right, between now and 2025, it'll be less SPS. There'll be a little bit more hype, and we could really see the token, the economy, and the game project as a whole, maybe even Hive as a whole, start to rocket in that way during a bull run. But right now, it just doesn't make as much sense, but I'd love to be convinced otherwise. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.